So you played at both Indiana and Michigan.
Yes.
Was the decision to transfer difficult?
Very difficult, and something that I never really got to explain too much. But it happened so quick. Like, you leave a place and then you go somewhere else in the winter. And it was definitely a crazy time of my life. And then a year later, after that, I was here in Seattle. So definitely made me grow up a lot in a short span of time. But I loved my time at Indiana. Like, always thought that I would be there for a long time. And Michigan was truly a blessing as well. Like, I loved my time at Michigan and super grateful that I went to Michigan and definitely claimed Michigan, winning a national championship there. But still have a lot of love for the Hoosiers, even though it might not be reciprocated. But that's all good. I'm a Seahawk now, so.
What did you learn about yourself in that process?
Just made me a little more mature and like kind of just like that, like whatever you want to do, you can go take it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went to Michigan, it was kind of one of those things where like nothing was given to me and I kind of had to like reinvent myself. Because when you're at a place like Indiana and like everyone knows you, you're established, it'd be easy to stay there and, you know, keep doing what I was doing. But, you know, taking a risk and going somewhere else, you have to develop new traits and bet on yourself. And that's what I did.
You know, one of the things I think people assume about athletes is that you are always confident, like that there is just a level of confidence that comes along with being a professional athlete.
Yeah.
But when you get to Michigan and you said you have to reinvent yourself,
Yeah.
did you have confidence in doing that, or is it something you had to convince yourself to do?
There was days when like I maybe was like, man, like did I make the right decision?
Yeah.
And when I went to Michigan too, like that's kind of when I became a really good blocker. So like the pass catching to me was like, you know, maybe I'm not that. And it just takes time. I think, you know, you can't forget who you are. Like, you know, you're the same person, you develop those skills and like you're the same person that you were 2 weeks ago, whether you balled out like in the NFL or, you know, last week or that game that you're in, you know, you're still the same player. So you have to remind yourself who you are and don't let anyone take that away from you. Because I feel like once they take your confidence away from you in this league, like you're in a bad spot.
Yeah. And it's true for everybody. And I just wanted to point that out because I think everybody needs that reminder.
For sure.
That you've got to find ways to stay confident.
And sometimes you need a reminder to be humbled too. Like I feel like once you get so high, especially in professional sports, like you're gonna get knocked down too at some point and bring you back down to earth. So it's good to be able to not get too high with the highs and low with the lows. And that's cliche, but it is real.
That's true. It is true, and it's cliche for a reason. I mean, we say it all the time for a reason. What's typically on your grocery list?
I haven't been to the store in a long time.
How do you have food at your house? Do you have it delivered?
If you open up my fridge, it'd be bad ball. The fridge is very vacant at my house. But when I do go to the store, often in the off season, I'll do like protein shake material.
Okay.
So spinach, peanut butter, milk, whole milk. I mentioned peanut butter, oats, that. And then I'll also do like steak, salmon, rice, and that's about it.
What happens when you want a snack at like 10 p.m.?
So I have someone that does cater some food for me. Shout out my guy Nick. He does drop off food for me every week, which is nice to have. And then I'll bring stuff home from the facility. DoorDash. DoorDash is running up a check for the boy.
Okay.
So.
Okay. When you went shopping, grocery shopping as a kid, what was the treat you would try to convince your mom to buy you or your dad?
Maybe like some cannolis from the bakery or something. That'd be cool. Definitely a huge sample guy. Like if there's samples in the stores, big fan of that. Sometimes they'd give you a free cookie from the bakery.
I totally know this. Yeah. Yes, that's how Mom would bribe my brother and I to behave during grocery shopping trips. Sure. Yeah.
That was a go-to.
Yeah, and it was always the M&M cookie that I wanted.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I like the M&M cookie.
Yep.
The brownie, you know what I'm saying? The brownie and regular cookie. Yep. It's fire.
Yeah. See, I could do this whole NFL thing.
For sure.
I can certainly
eat. Cookies.
I can certainly eat like a tight end. What's the highest compliment somebody could pay you after a game?
A handshake. That's all we need. No compliments. Good game. Let's keep it to that. Let's keep it moving.
But if somebody noticed you, like your style of play,
Yeah.
what would you really want them to notice?
Play hard. Play the game the right way. Play physical. And I think, as a tight end, you want people to say that about you. You compete. You affect the game positively. That doesn't mean that you're, obviously you want to have a bunch of catches, you want to have a bunch of yards, but you want to affect the game in a positive manner. And for me, that's kind of different on every play. So I think that's a big compliment. But like I said, I want the compliments from my teammates. Like, you can have good friends, but after the game, like, good game, and let's go our separate ways.
I look at you and I know that you are so kind and so polite. Do you have to flip a switch on game day?
A little bit, for sure. And it's a 17-game season, and you play on Thursday night sometimes. So, like, sometimes you have to find different ways to do that. But it is something that has to be done, if we're being honest.
I Cook, You Measure is presented by Safeway, who welcomes everyone at the table through the Nourishing Neighbors program. You can donate in stores or by visiting nourishingneighbors.com.